between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Dante Moncrief now here on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
That's mine. Yeah. Get reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Let's go.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Right. Box it. Hey, where are you going? Zoom. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
12, 21.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, check 26. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Zoom, zoom. Over here. Yeah, live. Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Wait.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21. 6.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Jump out. fine, yeah.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And caught right side, Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
13. 21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Dancing to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
11. Kid 33. 11. 21. 12. Stay hot.
Garoppolo now. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
11. 21. Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Able to shake him off. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Cook following the penalty. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
13. 13. 180. 180. Check to the head.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Hey.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he knocks it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks over him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So, hey, let's go. Come on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Eluding into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
11. 12. Go ahead. 84. Check 84.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Like 80! 80! 11. 2.
And the blitz does come. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Come on. Zoom. Jump out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Oko over here. Oko over here. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, check 26. Jump out. Look at that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Green. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 38 there on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken at the 3. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Hey, 626. Jim. Get reset. Hey, easy.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Rodgers forced out to his left. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
Well, probably they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Wait. 4 down. Wait, 20. 180. 21. Say hot.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
11. Six.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There he goes inside the 30. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Single. 11. Check that. We're going right 52. Go ahead. All day, baby. 21. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11. 21. Here we go. Check. 6. Say hot.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And Davis with it left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
13.
So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Garoppolo again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Fine, yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 13 yards that time and a first.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 158.
Rodgers operating from the gun. Moncrief brings it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Let's go.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
All right. Zoom. We are going. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So out now come the Cardinals.
ahead, go ahead.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got Moncrief. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 44 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Inside. Jumbo!
Rodgers throwing here. Flushed out right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got Rome. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. Gonzalez good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami.